What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Rewind Theater for Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception. I'm Greg Miller, alongside He Only Does Everything, Colin Moriarty.
Beyond.
Beyond, indeed. And we're here to run you through this E3 trailer. It's news. And let's jump to the biggest news, Colin, right off the top. Go to 129, please. The 129 mark, ladies and gentlemen. This is where it is confirmed.
We're getting right into it, aren't we?
There is some love in the air. There we go. Elena's back. She's hugging Drake. And right there on her left hand, let's do the little zoom thing. Wah, wah. Look at that. It's a wedding band. Now, here's the thing, Colin.
Yes.
I'll tell you what. You can let it play from here. I see this, I start freaking out. I'm like, well, she's got a ring on, he doesn't have a ring on. Oh my god, maybe they're not really together. Maybe Naughty Dog's screwing with us. Then I got the behind closed doors E3 demo. I can assure you they are very much together. There was some touching moments, some hand holding, and it all played into the stuff we already know. If you're watching through this trailer, ladies and gentlemen, you're noticing a lot of things you've probably already seen. Go ahead and restart it there, Brennan, my video man. What you got here, right, is that first off, there's this alleyway in the beginning, right here where you drive up, Nate and
right. This is the very first cutscene we ever saw from the game. Which
totally. There's Catherine Marlowe, the villainess in this game, walking in to steal Nathan's ring. This is all old stuff we know.
Right.
Also, throughout this trailer, you're going to see some burning stuff. That's the burning chateau, the first gameplay we ever saw.
Right.
On top of that, then you see all this desert stuff and the cargo plane stuff. That's playing into the first images we ever saw of the game, right? Nate walking away from this crashed cargo plane. There's some more desert stuff. And then there's also sinking ship stuff, a lot of water play in this one, and that's the E3 demo.
Right.
That's
a little disappointing in a sense that we're seeing what we've already seen, but at the same time, it's kind of, I guess, reaffirming that we're going to have lots of different scenarios, lots of, varying.
Exactly, and like this is almost like a memento trailer because it's interesting to piece it all together. If you jump back, the cargo ship I think is the biggest thing to come out of E3. Even though they showed the sinking ship, the cargo airship stuff was like, okay, that was awesome. First off, it's sucking to see that.
But we just saw something else new too, which is that so at the end of this, when we first saw this particular cutscene, kind of ended on a cliffhanger. We didn't really know what happens, but now here Drake gets shot. Now we didn't see this at first, but. No bloodshed there. And that's
well,
kind of a throwback.
If you notice, he grabs his heart. Yeah, totally a throwback to I think, and you think I think as well. Sully getting shot in the heart or the breast pocket back in Uncharted 1, and Nate's diary saving him. I'm assuming the same thing's happening here. And also, if anyone pulled a gun and pulled the trigger, I would be flipping out if you got shot, Colin. Sully in that whole scene,
yeah, he's all right.
Not too concerned.
He's all right. He saw that the exact trajectory.
Oh, that's gonna hit him in the breast pocket. Let me tell you about this whore I knew in Guam. He took a whore to church. Anyways, yeah, you play through this. The cargo plane's the biggest thing I think though to come out of E3. If you jump to the 1 minute 2 second mark, we'll see the cargo plane coming in for a landing. This kind of sets the stage of Drake's like, oh, I have to get on that at some point. You go to the 1 minute mark, like I said, it's all mementoed up. You got the cargo plane, there it is in the distance. This is actually the setup to what I saw. This is Nate and Elena's behind him. They're sneaking up on the cargo plane. They hop down. Nate says, I'm gonna hop over this fence and then I'll pull you up. Hops over the fence, doesn't pull up Elena. Elena's like, hey, WTF, dude. And Drake's like, I almost lost you once on the last mission. This one's a 1,000,000 to 1 shot. I can't go through that again. I have to leave you here. They hold hands. It's very touching.
That does sound touching.
Yeah. But then Elena says the hell with that and helps him get on the plane because the plane starts taking off. If you jump to the 1 minute 23 second mark, we have Elena driving a Jeep, pushing Nate up here onto the wheels so Drake can get up there. And then go fight a bad guy, which you also see in this trailer. Is him. You just get one shot of him punching this dude. And then if you jump all the way to the 144 mark, it's Nate Drake hanging out the back of a cargo plane. This was phenomenal. I have no idea why they didn't show this part of the demo. Because the ship was cool. The ship was cool. It fell over on its side. It capsized. This was awesome. Because like here you're dodging stuff. When you knock the dude out and you have to shoot this thing and like all this stuff starts pouring at you. It's like there's physics and there's gravity and you're doing all this.
Yeah, it reminds me kind of they always figure out new ways of platforming, even though kind of you're doing the same kind of thing in each game. And in Among Thieves in the beginning you were climbing up a train and there was like rocks and pieces of the train falling at you. This seems to be kind of a similar time where you're dodging different kinds of debris.
And just like the old Uncharted or Uncharted in the past, there's the yellow there. It signifies that's something you can climb. That's why if you jump to the 109 mark, Greg Miller's making his pick of the week lock it down prediction. Here's Chloe, who's now. Oh, I'm sorry, a little bit further. Chloe is going to be here. She's a girl. There she is. Look, she's confirmed now for the game from Uncharted 2. Also, yellow poles in there. I bet whatever they're in is going to get flipped on it. Some god dang tarantula is going to come over and pick it up and dangle it. They're going to have to climb and be like, get off me.
I don't trust that Chloe though. I don't know.
No, I never do. She's a turncoat. She jumps around.
It's nice that she was brought back. I was kind of more interested in the guy we saw right before though, around the 109 mark, which
a little bit back there. Yeah, this is the right hand man.
Yeah, I think this is Catherine Marlowe's lieutenant. We don't really know much about him. We see him kind of scattered around.
Now, Colin, the people who've watched Rewind Theaters and read our stuff, they know that I have a theory that Catherine Marlowe is 450 years old.
Yes.
She found everlasting life.
Yes.
She's actually Christopher Marlowe's mother. Because this is all tied up in the actual thing. I'm wondering if this is in fact Christopher Marlowe now, huh? How about that?
It could be. I mean, I wonder what the ring is too. If perhaps, I mean, going on your theory, and who knows if it's true or not. Maybe they're tired of living. Maybe the ring that they want is a way for them to finally.
If I had to hang out, if I was a mama's boy for 450 years, I had to hold her umbrella and drive around. I'd be pretty pissed too. If you actually, to that point though, if you want to jump to the 106 mark. This is where, in the Pelican Alley there, Catherine Marlowe steals the ring, Nate's ring, there it is. She says, now finally Drake's secrets will be revealed, and puts it in this thing, this little heirloom. We're assuming not Nathan Drake, Sir Francis Drake. Yeah. This is all going to unlock this.
Could be a double entendre though.
Exactly. And if we can prepare the little Voom Voom box, the Rewind Theater patented box, here it is, proof that she's 450-year-old. Look at how big that book is in the background.
That is a big book. That book can only be 450 years old.
Yeah, clearly.
Of course, she could also be a rare book collector. That book could have been.
Well, I mean, look in the back. You have a bunch of spears too. You have a whole bunch of trinkets and stuff. She's clearly. Even if she's not 450 years old, and she didn't pick all this stuff up at bazaars here and there over in India, whatever you do in India,
She's English, so I mean, they have a proud history. I mean, we might be reading a little too much into that.
Really? In a Rewind Theater and IGN about Uncharted? I sincerely doubt that's possible. There's all sorts of trinkets and treasures around there. All right, one of the other big news, if you want to go to the 126 mark, here at IGN we got to debut some of the pre-order bonuses, and one of them was the Creepy Crawlers kickback in multiplayer, where you could turn yourself into a bunch of bugs and eat people.
That just sounded like nonsense.
And I said, what the hell is this garbage? Gosh darn it, and here it is. A bunch of creepy crawlers on the wall. If the previous Uncharted have taught us anything, Colin, this is in the final third of the game. You're probably walking up to fight some kind of giant spider, tarantula, scorpion creature, but then you will peel off that costume to reveal a very angry deer or 300-year-old man who's been locked up, and he's been eating some purple sap.
They're bringing the purple sap back?
No, it was blue in the other one. Now it's purple.
Okay.
It's like Green Lantern rings out here. You never know what the hell you're going to get.
And I guess the other thing that we haven't discussed yet, Brandon, if you bring it back to around 40 seconds, that's when Sully's introduced, right?
Yeah.
Is the mythology behind the mythology behind the game is still strong. They do pour over maps of the Arabian
Go to the 41
still.
mark. We still have the Ubar around the Pillars map.
Yeah, so I mean, if you watch Greg and I kind of dissect one of the first trailers of the game, we went over, I guess, a lot of the mythology. The Rubical Desert is here, and that's the Saudi Arabian desert. All that's still here. A lot of the adventure is going to take place there. There are ancient trade routes there to Ubar, which is the ancient city that they're looking for. So, and there are post-it notes in the original trailer that had names like Bertram Thomas and St. John Philby. Those were the guys that first explored that desert, and presumably looking for the city or the trade routes. So, I'm excited about the mythology behind the game, Greg.
Really?
Yeah, and seeing more of that as well.
I'll tell you what I'm excited about. It's the final piece of this Rewind Theater. You ready for it? Brendan, please go to what I hope is the 142 mark. Ladies and gentlemen, Uncharted has, played by the rules for too long, and now it's saying, eat it, Ezio! You think you're the only one who has Nolan North as a voice and who can ride a horse? We're effing Naughty Dog, and we're going to ride a horse like nobody's business.
I still say John Marston rides horses better than both of them, though.
Well, only if he can, go off a wall and die or something. Look how good that looks.
The whole game looks beautiful.
Of course, that's what Uncharted's all about, and I'm excited to learn more about it, Colin.
Me too, Greg.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd love to know more about Uncharted, Drake's Deception, keep it here on IGN.com, where we just go over stuff like this and just beat it like a dead horse. Like, what is in there? I don't know. Are they getting married? I hope so. I'm sure the next one she's gonna have a little bit of a tummy, and I'll be all like, "Ah, she's pregnant." IGN.com.